Hi, it's me, Ingodine of P. And we're going to be going through this big bag that I usually have in my bookshelf. It's a bag that I actually got from my medicine clinic, and it must have been some doctor who owned this leather bag. I don't know, there's no key for this, but it's not actually opened by a key. It's actually just like you press it and then you close it. But it's well made. It's a well made bag. I think it must have been somebody's bag in like the 70s, 80s, because that's when my clinic kind of was built. Maybe it was some old doctors, maybe it was even constructed before then, but I think that the plastic and stuff, it makes it feel a little bit like it's 80s. I don't know. But so what do I have in here? I have all of these notebooks, and I have my old pink headphones, because I don't know where to put them now. But yeah, there's a leather strap to this bag, but I don't know where it's supposed to go, so it's in there. All of these notebooks, most of them are empty, but some of them have things in them, so we're going to explore that. Here we've got one that I drew stuff in there when I was a teenager or something. But I have also some poetry in here. But yeah, it's white pages and the rest, so I don't know what to do with that. I've got some post-it notes. I've got a mini Moleskine. I don't know what I'd do with these, you know. This was a mini Moleskine that I used for my autism diagnosis. Like, I was writing down my symptoms in here. So, but it's like halfway used, so I need to use up the rest. This is another notebook that has like flowers on it. The problem with this is that it's hard to open because you need to it's like a flap, and then it's like a notepad like this. So it's not very practical. So I don't know really, but it's pretty. I've got some like washi tapes. But yeah, I don't use them often. We've got this Cacharel book that is from my childhood, which I never use. It's just blank. So I'm thinking like, okay, I have a lot of small notebooks that I'd like to fill up. This is a notebook, Pantone. This one I used in 2014 when I first moved. So I won't show you what's inside because there's like personal information about like my phone number and stuff like that. But I wrote this like in February of 2014. So I think that I'm, you know, it shows like a whole other me. But once again, I only used half of the notebook, so what am I going to do? Then we've got this Rhodia book that's like small, which I started writing a genre fan fiction on like a small notepad, which made no sense. I should be using this like at work or something to write down small notes about patients. So this one is not for journaling. These, I have another one of this. Oh no, actually this one is one I've used. Okay, well, it's actually that I've used this. But once again, I've used half of it. So what am I going to do with this? So these are like good ones for when I'm traveling because they're so thin and compact and easy to write in. Oh, then I've got this book, which is these like quotes about happiness in French, one a day. It's just such a weird shape that I can't like have it in any other bookshelf or anything. Then we've got all of these mini notebooks, which It's like one day I'll be organized and I'll be using these, but today is not the day. Here's a map one, which is like this, which I'd probably maybe use at work rather than as journal. This one is also that I started writing autism things in there, quotes, just like notes. But once again, I use like a few pages only, so we'll see. Here we've got a bunch that you can put on a key ring because they have a hole at the top. And I put some telephone numbers in here. This one's white, this one's also with feathers on it. This one is just white stuff. This one's says to do, and it's lined. And then we've got this one, which is ... which is also lined. And we've got one here that has nothing on it, so it's blank. This one is to remember, and it's also lined. And this one is to buy, and this one is also lined. So I've got like this whole system here, but it's like I'm not using it for anything. So much potential, so little that I'm actually doing. But let's see. Well, here we've got Moleskine. I've got two. My mom had bought them, so they were at our house. We've got this Moleskine. Okay, so this is something that I just brought with me because I actually I'm almost finished with my current diary, my current journal, which is small black Moleskine. So this is like the continuation, I guess, of my current one. I don't really love Moleskine, but they are like a really portable format. And yeah, I really like them. Okay, sorry, because of all the digging, it was like all falling on top of each other. Here's another one of this greens type. This one's empty, so I guess that it's for like my future trips. This one is an Oxford with like really good paper, like French paper is really nice. The only thing is that I brought this to so that I could study, and unfortunately I went to study, well, I mean, you know, I went to this person's house to study, and her son drew some lines here and there, so it's like, yeah, it's very thick, but it's small, and it has rounded corners, which I really like the feel of. And the only thing is that it's like little squares, and I don't really like to write on little squares like this. The Moleskines are like bullet journal dots, so I kind of prefer that. But I found another Moleskine that could also be a continuation, and this one is lined. So I'm thinking like maybe it's just I'm not really for this orangish color, but maybe I could like change to this for autumn, and skip the black one and go directly to this one, and then go back to a black one. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Then we've got this pencil holder that has a strap that I could put on like another, like I could have it portable with big journals. This one is like a 4 notebook, and it has 4 different colors. So green, gray, red, and blue. I've used up a few of the pages when I was in high school, actually. What's good about these is that it has like a little, you can put the title here and then like that, and then you can tear out pages. And you could have like 4 different categories here with the red, and it's a spiral notebook. I don't really love spiral notebooks, but they are good if you just like want to open and like put it down flat. So there's that. Then this one is a notebook with really good paper, which unfortunately I used for psychiatry here. And once again, I've only used like a quarter of it. And I feel like that's so stupid because the paper is such good quality. Oh, it's made in Japan, actually. Yeah, so this is good stuff. and it has really good, like, nice texture in your hand. So maybe one day, and we'll see. Okay, yeah, sorry for the chaos. It started falling on top of me, everything again. So we'll make this quick. This one is a notebook that has like a T, like a tumbler, which I find funny because it actually stands for today, but the font is nice. It's just white blank. But I'm thinking like maybe you could, like I could use it for like lists or something, to-do lists. But at the same time, it's just such a nice, I'd like to draw like nicer things in there too. Here's a little plastic pocket, but the elastic is kind of loose, so you can't really use it. But maybe I could like put receipts in there or something in here. Here's another notebook that is unopened in plastic. My mom bought it at Monoprix, and it's unlined. And yeah, it could be nice to use one day, but it's like I'm not using any of the notebooks. I took with me all of the notebooks from France because like nobody else in my family are using notebooks. So, oh, here are some post-it notes with some of these. These are really good to have when I'm reading books. So I put these bookmarks. So all these sticky notes, very nice to have. But I usually use like the thin ones to put in pages of my books. So here's another one of the sticky notes. You know, my mom has bought so many things for me. Now, forget about the lines and the stuff because that's just a transfer from this. But I take off the first one and then use the... So there are more of these straps and there's more of these notes. And I haven't used much of the notes, right? But I'm thinking that I could use them one day in the future when I get more organized, which is like never. This one is Sick, bought me this. And yes, once again, this one I haven't used. I like it because it's big and blank. And the thing is that the paper is quite thin, but it's not like bad quality or anything. And it's cork. The thing is, like, I don't think that I can bring the cork out on, like, on trips because it would get messed up. But I think that, like, this could be kind of a journal that I could have at home where I could write, like, bigger pieces rather than, like, writing in my tiny moleskin. So that's what I'm going to have, I guess. Like a commonplace book. You know, I'm looking for a commonplace book. I want to do that, but okay, this one is like my kind of my scrapbook. It has like different pictures and stuff. It was like this, and I mean, obviously I was really into Harry Potter when I got this. It's like, hello Ingrid, welcome to your journal. And I was really into 21 Pilots and like Halsey and stuff. Fall Out Boy. Oh, here I was making some kind of... Oh no! All the things are falling. Okay, well here it is, Princess Mononoke with Rey from Star Wars. I don't know exactly what I was trying to do there, but here it is, some other stuff. I haven't done this for a while because I've been doing it on my wall instead for the big pictures. But when I have small pictures, I like to stick them into a notebook. The only problem is that sometimes the pictures are too big. Okay. And the pages stick together, so we're going to just put it back in. Wait, I need to pick up what fell on the floor. Okay, I had to restart the video because everything was all over the place. But so now I have things more under control. Now we've got this one that says Moineau on it, which is a sparrow. And I like that there's kind of like this transparency element to it. And there are these pages. And if you look closely, like there is like a butterfly and stuff like that. The paper is quite thin, but it is pretty. And it has kind of a musty smell. I don't know if I got it from like my garage. The paper does not fall flat, so that's the problem, is that's why I can't really use it. But I do wish that I could like, take out this beautiful aesthetic journal and be like, oh yeah, I'm writing in my diary, and it looks all floral and girly. But the thing is, it isn't very practical. But the size is good, like so that I can write like big rather than doing everything in my tiny moleskin. So yeah, there's pros and cons with every one of these. This one is kind of funny. This one is actually like a drawing paper, like art paper, and it has little butterflies. But guess what I used it for? It's for the ATP and like the different cycles. So I had just all of these like chemical reactions written in every page, like what's going on in the cytosol and the mitochondria. Oh, then I painted some stuff. Well, I painted a rainbow flag, obviously. Technically, like, I wish I had more of this kind of paper. So I'm just playing around with paints. This one was a picture that I had. But, yeah. So this is basically for painting, actually. It's not really for, like, drawing. It's too thick of a paper. But it's really thick and nice. So that's for art, not for anything else. But you know what? I have a second one that's an art one, which is this, which is Clairefontaine. Clairefontaine does great paper, and I'm not saying that just because I'm French, you know. Somehow or another, gastroenterology got written in here on the first page, because I think I really wanted to write in this, but it's not made for writing, you know. This is a heron, and then there was that one picture. Yeah, the one picture of the guy from Genshin Impact, the doctor from Genshin Impact. Anyway, I drew what I could. Not really good at drawing, but so once again, I used like only like 5 to 10 pages, and I have like this whole block. But this is more, I guess, sketching. This one, I guess, is more sketching, and the other one is more painting. But you know, you could do both. But it's not for journaling. This one is a moleskin, but it's like a tall moleskin, and it's a bit too tall for me, so I don't really know how to use this. But the thing with this is that you can use it you can have 7 different parts in it. So here there's like part 1. And then at the end there's like a to-do list. It says to-do lists. The only thing is that I feel like this is going to fall apart because it's so thin, and so there's no backing into this. So I don't really know how to use it. It's kind of useless at the moment. Then I've got some stickers here. I've got some of these, and I've got some like I bought these at Flying Tiger, actually. And they've got like little tiny stickers, which I've been really bad at using. But I'm thinking of using them in my journaling once my life gets into place, which never happens. Here are some of these. Those of you who have received letters from me, you might recognize these. Here are some like speech bubbles. I like the speech bubbles because it's kind of like, yeah, I can write whatever I want in there. And then we've got these pens, which are Faber-Castell, which I got for Christmas one year. And the thing is that I think that they're starting to finally, after like 10 years of using them, or 15, like 12 years of using them, they've started to go a little bit like dry. But you know, that's quite a long time. But what's good about these is that they are brushes. So like you can write kind of calligraphy-like with these. And then I have some other ones that aren't brushes, but that they're like little points. These are also Faber-Castell. But so sometimes I write in my post, in my letters, I write with those. And those are not as old as the like plume ones, the feathery ones, so they are still very much usable. But yeah, so I still have them here. More stickers. Oh, then I got this huge thing, 30 Triplus Staedtler pens, and I actually got this from like there was a competition, and I actually won a package. Like, I've never won any competition ever, like any kind of contest. I think I had to like answer a few questions about like, how do you use your pens? How do you draw? And so I talked about why I liked to write with nice pens, and then I got this. These are really good quality pens. Thing is, obviously, some of them are more used than others. So like the black one has already been used up. These are very thin point pens. Like tiny, 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 tiny. I should do like the influencers do, you know, like this, you know? They're very tiny, and they're very nice to write with, and also nice to draw with, but they do get used up very quickly. Like, so some colors like yellow is like, well, you can't really write with it, so it's not used at all, but some of them, like the gray and the purple, I used to write quite a bit, and so now they're almost unusable. I got this like, must have been 8 years ago or something. They're still, most of them are still good. Those I haven't used, like they haven't been through anything, so they don't dry up that quickly. Now I'm going to put it all back into place. But yeah, I showed you my collection. I haven't shown you like my actual diary. I have another one going on at the moment, which is cats. But I'm using it right now. And then I've got the Moleskine, the small black one. I have one of those being used. Then I have another one that's being used since like 2020, which I actually still use to write down my the books I've read and the movies that I'm looking forward to, or like the series that I'm looking forward to, and music and albums that I'm looking forward to. So I have a list of that in that one. Thing is, I don't want to move them because then I'm worried that I'm never going to put it back in their rightful place. So I have that one, and that one is also where I've written my poetry in. So that's one is like the main one. The Moleskine one is the one that I write in, like I'm trying to write every day. Not always successful, but I write like a few pages every week, so I think that I'm doing well with that. And the cat one is one that I use on trips because it's small. I'll show you that one other day. So yeah, tell me about your notebooks. I hope that you don't have such a crazy collection as me, or that you have one and you actually use it, because like I don't use my notebooks apparently. I wish I could get more into using them, but things are as they are. So yeah, have a great day, everybody.